All right, welcome to Full Body Strength. My name is Amy. Today's workout is going to be 30 minutes, 6 intervals, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds transition, a little bit more rest in between rounds. We got 3 times through that circuit. We got upper body, lower body, focused strength. One dumbbell or pair of dumbbells or multiple sets of dumbbells is fine too if you want to switch out for upper body, lower body. And that is what the format looks like. Let's get started warming up. Let's start with some hip circles. Feet can be shoulder width or maybe a little bit wider if it feels good. Just push those hips forward, around, back. Just a few in each direction. Go ahead and switch it up. Start a energizing playlist in your earbud or on a speaker. Just make sure you can hear me. I'll be given options, variations, recommendations, all of that good stuff as we go. Let's center those hips out and do some body weight squats. Push those hips back, lower, push those feet down, squeeze the quads, glutes, hamstrings, come back to vertical. Roll those shoulders back and down. Keep the rib cage over the hips, under the shoulders. Range of motion always up to you, team. Try to get a little bit bigger as you progress and get stronger. Get that range of motion bigger. But today, modify or adjust as needed. One more here. Good. Let's roll through those shoulders. Do some upper body mobility here. You can make these circles as big as you want. You can do full arms, alternating circles, whatever you need on that upper body shoulder mobility. These big arm circles alternating also gets that upper back, mid back, T-spine area, reverse direction. A little bend in those knees so our pelvis is in a good position. And return to just shoulder circles. All right, let's go a little bit wider with those feet, wider than shoulders if it feels okay, and shift it left to right. Get a nice deep lateral squat going. Warm up those joints, all those little muscles surrounding the hips, knees, ankles. Push the hips back. We're hinging at the hips, so our upper body comes forward, but our shoulders are still back and down. Core is lightly connected all the way around, 360. One more. Each side. Let's step it back together at the top and reach and pull with the march. Again, getting the upper body back with a little bit of a crossover elbow to knee. Getting a nice stretch through that glute as the knee lifts up. Warming up those hip flexors. Three more. 2, 1. Both feet back to the floor about hip width. Let's do a little bit of a hinge. Go stretch through that hamstring glute. Warm up this movement pattern. We are going to be doing single leg Romanian deadlifts today. You could even practice that single leg RDL pattern if you want to do a B stance or a kickstand here. Switch if you decided to do that one leg pattern. Push those hips back like you're pushing a door close. Keeping that shin mostly vertical. Letting that upper body come forward towards the floor. One more here. All right, let's step it back for reverse lunges with maybe a rotation towards that front leg if that feels like it serves you. One more each side, and then we'll wrap up our warm-up. Nice job. Grab a quick sip if you need it. We're going to get going on this workout 3 times through our 6 interval circuit. The intervals pretty much alternate upper body, lower body. So we're going to start with upper body. Grabbing maybe a medium dumbbell. Starting over one shoulder, both hands on the dumbbell. However you'd like to get the hands on there, grab it in a secure way. We're pushing up and over. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Exhale up, inhale down, or you can exhale through that whole movement. There's lots of breathing strategies out there. Those two are really common and great for most. My dumbbell stays pretty much in front of my body, even though this is an upward and over press. I'm mostly in front of my body. Little bend in those knees so we're not pushing the hips forward or leaning back or arching through that upper spine. So we don't want that rib cage pushing out. If you find that you're having a little bit of trouble managing that midsection pressure management, you can take a knee. A single knee is a good variation, or a knee, both knees, or a seated position. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to switch out a heavier dumbbell here. We're going sumo squat. You could do 2 dumbbells here. Wider than normal stance, toes out. How far out is up to you. We're going down and up in a sumo squat. Here we go. Lower and lift. Sumo squats tend to be a little bit bigger range of motion, but again, that's individual. If that range of motion doesn't feel good for you, you can take it a little bit taller or shallow here. Maybe slow it down in that smaller range of motion. That can be a good alternative to getting more time under tension rather than range of motion. I'm doing a single dumbbell here, but again, you can do 2 dumbbells. You could front rack it here. I just like to have that dumbbell right here. Feels most secure, but that's up to you. 3, 2, and 1. Upper body. We're going back. Again, medium. You could maybe go a little bit heavier on this one. This is going to be a single arm row. You could do a double arm row here if that feels better for you. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bending those knees and hips. Finding this 45-degree, if you can at least, maybe a little bit more horizontal. You could split your stance to get that bigger horizontal position. We're going to do half and half on each side. I'm doing a narrow row, elbow to the ceiling, scooping the dumbbell to the hip. 3, 2, and 1. My other arm can do whatever feels best to counterbalance. You could go out wide. You could all go on the hip. You could stabilize on that opposite shoulder, making sure that we're staying stable through that upper body, not twisting. If that low back needs a break, just stand it up for a few seconds, come back down and go for it. Here's 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're on our 4th exercise out of 6. This is our single leg deadlift. Swapping out a heavier dumbbell. You could do that B stance that I showed during warm up. You could do a full Romanian deadlift single leg here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you're doing this thing, full single leg RDL, I like to kick my heel back, really activate that floating leg glute that really stabilizes the pelvis. Hinging at the hips again, small bend in the knee is okay, but we want the movement to come from that hip joint. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Show this B stance again. Again, you could do 2 dumbbells here, 1 in each hand to go a little bit heavier. If you're doing single arm, I like to have it in my opposite hand as my stable leg, but again, you could do same side if that feels better for you. It works the core a little bit differently, but really preference is what drives that. And rest. All right, we're going push-up position. Grabbing a medium dumbbell or so. I'm going to be on my knees, but you can do a full push-up or incline it here. So push up, pull the dumbbell across. Here we go. Push up, dumbbell slide across, and repeat. Shoulders back and down, elbows at a 45. So not out to a T. Bring those elbows kind of in a little bit. You could do a tricep push-up here, elbows completely right by the sides if you wanted to emphasize those triceps a little bit more. Inhale down, exhale it up, light core connection again. A good alternative here, kind of a medium intensity, is to float one leg if you're not ready for a full push-up, but don't want to be on your knees either. You can float one leg back. You could also incline it up on a bench or stepper chair. 3, 2, 1. All right, heavy dumbbell, or if you have a kettlebell, you can swap that out here. Heavy dumbbell. We're doing swings. So finding that hinge pattern again, but using momentum and power. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So dumbbell or kettlebell right underneath the body, between the legs, letting that upper body come forward. Arms are not working. They're just guiding the weight up and down. All of that power comes from the hips and legs. Nice job. If you're new to kettlebell or dumbbell swings, these take practice. So try not to get frustrated if you're new. Looking good. We got 10 seconds. Keep this power. 3, 2, last rep, and rest. Get a minute break here. Grab a quick drink. Shake it out. You can add in some mobility here if you'd like. Somehow lost my music in my earbud. I'm going to try to fix that. All right, fixed it. 30 seconds more. Kind of evaluate how that round 1 went. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort you're putting in, how hard you feel like you're working each interval. You're going to be at an 8 or so by the end of it, at the end of 8 to 10 reps or so. You want to be working hard. The last reps are tough, but with still good form. That's how we progress. That's what that progressive overload is. And you want to try to progress every 2 weeks or so. All right. Double arm press over. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Yeah, that's a really great reminder if you're coming to these classes and your goal is to increase strength or even to grow muscles. We want to make sure we're progressively overloading, challenging those muscles with enough stimulus, or we're going to make that adaptation. So we want to be working hard. We're over halfway with this one. If you prefer a traditional press here, you can swap that out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got sumo squat. Swap out heavier if you'd like. Set it up, widen that stance. So a different angle here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So depending on your body and your anatomy, you might have a bigger hinge forward with that upper body. Those knees might come forward a little bit. But in general, we want to stay tall. We don't want to round through that upper spine. We don't want to tuck the tailbone. So using those, keeping those things in mind, and then adjusting for your body. Kind of gripping the floor with all parts of your foot. Weight through that midfoot or heel. 3, 2, 1. Single arm row. All right, if you started, or whichever one you didn't start with last time, go ahead and start with that opposite side first. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You could even alternate this, switch that dumbbell out every time. If you didn't want to do half and half. You can split your stance. You can have some support in front of you, a ledge or a chair or a bench if you find you will do better with a little bit of a support with this bent over position. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Using that back body to lift the elbow. Couple more reps right here. 3, 2, and 1. We're to the single leg Romanian deadlift. I'm going to show out the B stance deadlift here. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Any variation that we're doing single leg here, we don't want to open up to the side. Keeping everything square, shoulders, hips. Dumbbell just travels right alongside the body to about mid-shin or so. That's individual as well. Let's go switch. It might be closer to the knee, it might be closer to the ankle. Just to make sure that we're not involving too much low back here. If you go too low, that low back is what we're working. We don't want to do that. We want glutes and hamstrings only. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We got push-ups. I'll do an incline version here. I'm going to leave out the pull through. I'll do like a leg tap instead between my push-ups. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I'm just going to kind of pike back, touch my leg, right back into that push-up. That kind of gets that crossover stimulus that comes from that pull through. Breathe in through this one. Planks a lot of times make us hold our breath for whatever reason. It's tough, but breathe through it if you can. Get those hips level with the rest of the body. Try not to let them push up or pull down. Three, 2, and 1. Let's go swings. Final interval. Don't be afraid to go heavy with these swings. Your glutes and hamstrings are more powerful than you think. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Awesome job, team. You got it. Halfway with this one. Finish out round 2 strong. Let's go. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Another 1-minute break before round 3. All right, we got 30 seconds here. Again, mobility is great during this rest time. All right, kind of make a determination what you got left in the tank. What kind of intensity can you do this round? 10 seconds. Up and over press. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Keeping an eye on that rib cage, especially when we're tired here. Or especially when those upper body muscles are specifically tired. A lot of times if that upper body gets tired, the rest of our body kind of wants to help, especially that midsection. So we kind of send those ribs forward to help. Nice job. 10 seconds, maybe 2 more, maybe 3. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Sumo squat. All right, going wide with those feet. If you prefer traditional squat here, that is just fine. Swap that out. Let's go. If you want a little extra challenge this round, maybe add a pulse at the bottom, or just a pause is fine too. Down low, pause, squeeze, push it back up. Nice job. This really gets those inner outer legs, those adductors and abductors. Those are the muscles that pull the leg in and pull the leg out. Those lateral muscles. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We got a single arm row. Swap out that dumbbell if needed. Here's 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you want to work maybe a little bit more mid to upper back, you can go wide with the elbow and do a wide row here instead of a narrow row. Shift that focus up the back a little bit. All of these rows are great for that back body posture muscles. Slow and controlled, especially on that lowering phase, making sure that gravity doesn't take over. Awesome job. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. We got Romanian deadlift. Three, 2, 1. Here we go. This is another one where you can add a little bit of support with a wall or a chair or something. Nothing wrong with that. Just make sure we're not leaning too heavy on it. It's there to help you balance, and that's it. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Two more. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, push-ups last time coming up next. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. If you want more core here, you can do more pull-throughs. If you want more chest, upper body, do more push-ups. Pick your ratio. It doesn't have to be 1-to-1. As you pull that dumbbell through, keep those hips nice and stable. No twisting, turning, tilting. Nice job. Upper body strong. You got it. Shoulders back and down. 10 seconds to go. Stick with it. Give me 1 more. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, back vertical. Let's go swings last time. Finish strong. This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Over halfway. Keep it steady. Keep the power. You got it. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Take a second, grab a drink. Bring that heart rate down just a tad. We got 3 minutes here of some light mobility cool down movements. All right, let's go inhale, vertical, bring those arms overhead. Exhale, side body stretch. Pause and breathe here. On your next inhale, come vertical. Release, exhale over to the other side, regrip. One more breath. Inhale, vertical. Exhale, squeeze the elbows to the rib cage, lift the heart. Big chest stretch. Inhale, vertical. One more time, just like that. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale to a calf hamstring stretch. Push the heel down, toes pull up, sink into your hamstring stretch, hinge forward. Inhale, scoop forward, step together. And then exhale, step back, opposite foot now. Dynamic hamstring stretch. Use it with your breath here. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, step back, stretch. Try to get a little bit longer exhale each time. Down regulating breath work. One more each side. Last one. Step together, hamstring or quad stretch rather. Same arm, same leg. Pull the knees together. And release, other side. And release. Final stretch here. We'll kick that ankle over to the opposite knee. Find a figure four. You can take a seat on the floor or in a chair, or you can just kind of lean against a wall here. Square the hips. Gently press the knee away from the body. You can rotate through that ankle here as well. And then over to the other side. And release. One more big inhale. Full body stretch, vertical. Squeeze the shoulders, release down. That is it for full body strength. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next time.